8-7 in favor of Utah. That's a good, really good quarter, and both teams did it offensively. The defense has come up with some big plays in certain situations, but the offense has really dictated things thus far. And the nice drive by the Utah Falcons and that long play to Sarah Gallica on the touchdown pass from Louise Bean. The two-point conversion was good. And then on the other end, we saw the Texas Elite Spartans do it by mixing it up, and then a couple of really bad penalties. Unsportsmanlike against Utah, I think, was pretty much the biggest blow in the drive for Texas. So this is the second drive right now coming up for the Utah Falcons. I think, is that Sarah Gallica back out as QB? You can see the rain maybe if you get a shot on our video through the lights now. It's a pretty much heavy downpour here in Las Vegas. Quarter of play. So the tall Jessica Gearhart, who is a chiropractor full-time. Landry in motion, end around, goes to Landry. Landry has the corner. Now she cuts back inside, and she stays on her feet. She'll pick up about 5 yards on that first down carry on the jet sweep. .9:26 to go here in the first half. And a big turnover as Alcala picks off that quarterback, Jessica Gearhart. So now let's see what Utah can do with the football. So once again, the quarterback will be Elizabeth Lane. Again, she suffered an early rib injury in the game here on Thursday night, but then she came back in. They run some misdirection up front in the trenches, and the play, there was a fumble, and it was recovered by the Texas Elite Spartans. So Texas comes up with a turnover of its own. Well, I didn't see the ball. It just squirted out. And so Texas will have the football. It'll be 1st and 10, and they'll mark the ball right there at the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout. Texas wants to talk things over offensively. So we got 7:43 to go here in the first half. 8-7 is your score. Utah and Texas each scoring on its off after some trickery in the backfield, and that was Odessa Jenkins. Nothing doing there. Got back, I think, to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a half a yard. And so now it's a 3rd down coming up. Rain still falling. Went out on the field earlier today after a full day of rain, and this field really holds the rain well. So we haven't seen any issues with traction or anything like that. So Falcons, they brought their cheer to Utah. That was a gain of 5 yards on that first down carry. So the offensive line, Lilo Fruin, the right side tackle, and Stephanie Martin, the guard right there. But they did a really good job in sealing and opening up the lane for Odessa Jenkins to run through. A blitz once again. Jenkins now tries the left side, cut back and spun around, and a flag comes in late. That could be in the vicinity of a hold. They'll see what they come up with there, but no gain on that play for Jenkins. And so far, the Falcons have done a pretty good job in just keeping Jenkins in front of them. Other than formation of a union, but it was Jenkins who actually spoke up. Odessa Jenkins saying, you know, it just depends on each individual owner to try to take charge and control the situation and to try to teach and treat their teams as best as possible. So that's where she believes it begins. So let's see what the Texas Elite Spartans and the aforementioned Odessa Jenkins have in mind here on 3rd down and 20. Here's Gerhardt. She's throwing near side. That ball flutters out of there and incomplete. That pass was thrown into the triple coverage. Maria Jackson was the intended receiver. Wouldn't have been enough for a first down. That pass incomplete down at about the 37-yard line. And so I think we'll see the punting unit come on. And that's what it looks like right now. Throw the football over the middle. No one's home. And the reason why is because the intended receiver was held up. Is that Brenna Davis on that route? It's going to be a pass interference or a hold, you would believe, against Texas. So Texas had Utah in a hold, and it's pass interference, and thus an automatic first down. So they move the ball forward. Comes out sideline. That's Keisha Cox, and Cox pushed out of bounds. Down to the 42-yard line of Texas. So Utah now getting into a rhythm offensively and keeping the ball on the ground. So it's second down. Fake the handoff up the middle, and then they get the pitch outside, and nothing doing out there. And they tried to knock down Keisha Cox to no avail. That was a Shambi Singleton who eventually runs Cox out of bounds. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. 3rd and 9 coming up. And Lane comes back out on the field, and so they're going to go for it here. It'll be a 4th down, and we'll call it 9. They need the 33-yard line to pick up the first down. Coach Rasmussen sending signals as Jenkins goes split out. Empty set. Here's Gerhardt. Steps up. Throws far side of the field. It is almost picked off. Almost picked off on the far side of the field. It looked like Memory Ware, I think, was back there defensively, and she had the clear-cut interception, but she dropped it. A minute 37 to go. 2nd down and 10. Gerhardt calls out the signals. They back off by the Indians. So this Texas offense pretty much built on balance. They run a lot of spread formation. We saw them with the I, some variations of the I formation and the offset I, and then something that they call bang and darts. So that's the type of game I think that Jenkins likes the most, where you just kind of pick up some quick hitters, and then also you just throw the quick outs, and the clock is stopped, and yes, the punting unit has to come onto the field. I think that's Shelby Valdepena. I don't want to give up any big plays before the end of the half. So it's been a nail-biter from the get-go. So a lot of pressure coming, and that punt gets away. In Texas, a very elite level. So that's your score at the half. It's Utah 8 and Texas 7. Stay tuned. We'll have much more on the way, and the kickoff for the second half of play live from Las Vegas.